start.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's market call. London September 2023 on July 2024. We have everyone. Morning, very much to be proud. The million and very good and so what's the issue with me? Having you, we are slash the second all the children. The first time when we went for our first payment, we walked in our first time on it. If you want to share anything, hey, let me know. Can you hear me? I'm sure it's going. Alright, so I'm giving us, I'll be asking us for anything more. This time, share the news with everyone else and video to show me the lessons. If I want to make them to be sure to we have any happening. I will share my screen from here. Please, if I have to open an account, kindly do kindly open an account. Now, I will continue to share with everyone. I really to find that happen. So, while you're seeing a number of videos, you don't have to do the chat. Right. Can you actually now for this thing, the notes clear my screen? Or for those there to share my screen, can you now see my screen? Can you hear me now?
Good morning, Cynthia.
Can you hear me now?
Good morning, Cynthia. I guess the mic is a bit low. If you can change it, we can't hear you loud and clear.
Well, I think you're going to be hearing me now. Can you hear me now? Can you see the screen now? Thank you for confirming that. So we're going to be heading straight to the dollar index for today. Right, I will be taking us on the analysis on dollar index, GU, EU. And right after that, Nico will be coming before us to analyze the right pairs, gold and the yen basket. Right, so for the XY on our monthly time frame, what are we seeing? Price is to the upside, very visible and obvious. Price is to the upside. But what we are seeing here right now is that price tapped into this other block, and there's some sort of reaction of that region, right? And for a weekly time frame, we can also see that price is to the upside, right? And then total my fib from 0.8 to B. And what are we seeing right now? Price retraced into 50% fib level. A good place for price to hold, although on Wednesday, I had the incentive that price could come further down to either 61.8% fib level or 78.6% fib level, which coincides with this other block on our weekly time frame. Right, so what are we seeing for this week? Price got to 50% fib level and is holding, right? It's looking like it wants to continue its buy to the upside. And for our daily time frame too, what are we seeing? We can also see that price is to the upside. Then I plotted my fib on this entire swing, and you can see that price is currently at 50% fib level, right? Price is currently holding at 50% fib level, and it wants to, keep buying, right? So for 4 hour time frame, what are we seeing? Right, we already know that the overall trend is to the upside, and this sell was just some sort of retracement, right? So for today, what am I saying? I will be comfortable buying the XY when I see a break of this high on our 4 hour time frame. Right. When I see a break of this high, I will be comfortable buying the XY, but we haven't seen that happening yet. We haven't seen that happening yet. Rather, what we are seeing right now is some sort of a shoulder pattern, right? There's a shoulder, there's a sweep, there's a break, and then as you can see, price is currently at this shoulder, which is most likely to be a good place for price to sell off from, since we haven't seen the break of the 4 hour high. This could be a good place for price to sell off from on the XY, right? Until we see the break of this high on our 4 hour time frame, we have no business buying. We have no business buying. And price has already given us some sort of an entry according to our box pattern. And if price breaks this high on our 4 hour time frame, where do I see price going? Price is coming all the way to the shoulder on our 1 hour time frame, but we haven't seen a break of that high yet. So we could actually take the short on the XY for 1 hour time frame. And for 15 minutes time frame too, most likely the same thing happening, right? There's a shoulder, there's a break and sweep, there's a break, and then there's a return into, not fully into the shoulder, but it's within that region. So when price trades fully into the shoulder, we could short the XY, right? So for today, for this session, I am seeing a sell on the XY, right? Except there's a box pattern failure, and then price takes out the high on 4 hour. My bias for this session is a sell of the XY. Right. Please, if you have any contributions so far, you could type in the chat box, and then we'll head straight to June. For monthly time frame on June, you can actually see that price is bearish, breaking lower, forming lower highs and lower lows. I beg your pardon. And for our weekly time frame too, what are we seeing? Plotted my fib from point A to point B, and you can see that price actually traded into 78.6% fib level, which is also price tapping into this resistance point on our weekly time frame. And for our daily time frame, we can also see that price kind of traded into this resistance on our daily time frame and is reacting off that point. So I suspect that price could trade all the way into this other block, and when price gets to this other block on our daily time frame, there's going to be some sort of reaction to the upside. Nevertheless, if it violates this other block and keeps trading to the downside, then I think price wants to come to this IOFED on our daily time frame, the value gap on both sides, what we refer to as an IOFED. If you want more explanation on what it is and how it works, you can sign up for our FX bootcamp. We will be putting our contact on the chat box for you to, chat us up if you have any inquiry on how our training goes, right? So for our 4 hour time frame too, what are we saying on Wednesday? Pardon. on Wednesday, I said I was seeing a buy on GU, and I would be comfortable resuming the sell if I see some sort of a break of this low. And right, price has already taken out this low on our 4-hour time frame, right? Price has taken out this low. It is quite obvious. Marked here. Price has taken out this low on our 4-hour time frame, and for our 1-hour time frame too, you can see that price is also taking out low. So we will be, taking our short when we see some sort of a pullback or some sort of a retracement for us to continue our sell. And where do I see GU coming into? There's a box pattern here, shoulder sweep break. So price might trade all the way into the shoulder, right? And maybe continue its buy, and or rather it will keep selling all the way to the downside. But price has already taken out this low already. Price has taken out this low. So for me, if I'm going to be taking the sale, I will be waiting for a retracement. And in that retracement, I'll be looking out for my base resistance and continuation. Then my 5 minutes duration, take the short of GU. Right, right. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So far, if there are questions or if you have a different bias on my analysis for GU, you could voice out your opinion. Will be respected. Right. Okay, so for EU, right. So on a monthly time frame, you can see that price is to the downside for our monthly time frame. And for a weekly time frame too, price is also to the downside, right? Caught up in a range, but more to the downside. And for a daily time frame, what are we seeing? EU is to the downside, and EU tapped into this resistance level and is reacting off that point, right? It is reacting off that point. And for our 4-hour time frame, price, the minor structure is to the upside, and I will be comfortable taking EU sell when I see a break of this 4-hour low. But I haven't seen that happen yet. I haven't seen that happen yet. Until I see that happen, I have no business selling EU, right? I have no business selling EU. And for a 1-hour time frame, you can also see that price is to the upside. And something interesting, I can see a box pattern here too. Shoulder, sweep, break, and a return into the shoulder. Price could hold from that level and buy off that point, right? I know that EU and GU are doing quite the opposite, right? Or there's something we call the box pattern failure. Price might just keep selling off, but I told you that I have no business selling EU until I see the break of our 4-hour low. And I can also see that it's the same thing on our 15 minutes time frame. There's a shoulder, there's a sweep, there's a break, there's a return into the shoulder. Price might go bullish from this level on our 15 minutes time frame. EU might strengthen and keep buying or break the low on our 4-hour time frame and resume its sell, right? So EU might buy, right? I'm in between for EU, right? But then I have a buy bias. I might buy from this shoulder to the upside or break the low on a 4-hour time frame and keep selling, right? So someone said, what could be the possible reason for both DXY and GU will go in the same direction? It could be divergence. they could be doing the same thing. It's what we call divergence. If you want more explanation on what it means, please kindly sign up for our FX camp and we will explain extensively. If you have more questions, contrary bias, or more things to say, more things to add, please kindly type in the chat box. And while you're doing that, we are coming to the city of Abuja next week, Wednesday, less than a week, for the ATM cash flow training. If you're yet to register, please kindly register. The deadline for registration is on Monday. Yes, it was supposed to be tomorrow, but we have extended the day for those pleading. So please kindly sign up for our ATM cash flow training and be there. Be there, guys. Be there, guys. Be there, guys. All right, so that will be the end of my session. We will be having Lekwa coming before us to analyze the precious metals and the end basket. Right after this short break will be going on. Thank you all for having a jolly ride with us. See you in less than a minute. Thank you, everyone.
It's a great morning from this part of the world. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Market Call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team and powered by our preferred broker, your preferred Opta. This is Friday, and thank God it's Friday for you to enjoy everything you've made in the course of the week. And at the same time, just take a look at what you've done so far. If there's anything you would like to make adjustment to in the course of the weekend, try to study, try to test, and at the same time, enjoy life with your family. So this morning, we'll be going into the analysis of the precious metal, and without much ado, let's quickly look at what is going on the precious metal. So let's come to from the weekly time frame. We're going to be looking at what we have on the precious metal. All right. So if you look at the weekly time frame, yes, we are seeing that precious metal is still in the range. However, it clears the overall high sometimes 2 days ago, just clears that all throughout to the upside. Now it has now formed a new high, which is at 2486 level. So that is the new high that the precious metal just created. And as we all see, that is back into that range again. But something is showing up on the daily time frame. If you look at the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, now we have the first failure, which is this shoulder here. You all can see that there's a shoulder here. That's the boss failure. You see that now. Okay, so this is the shoulder here. You can see this is the shoulder. We marked it that when price gets there around this place, price should sell all the way to the downside, but we did not see the follow through with the momentum. Instead, price rallied all the way upside again, and that is very, very weird. It rallied back to the upside. Okay, now we've now seen a boss failure right now, which is telling us that whenever we see boss failure and price comes all the way back to that region where we see that boss failure, then it's giving us a buy entry again to the upside. So if that is what is happening right now, then we should go to the lower time frame to see where exactly are we now looking out for to take the buy. Good. If you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, we are going to see that good. On the 4-hour time frame, this is where we were expecting the buy to happen, the sell to happen all through, but we see the momentum push to the upside, how it clears the level and price is coming violently down to that place. So when price gets here and we see our buy signature, we can take a buy all the way to the upside again, knowing fully well that price broke out of that range and return back into it. If you look at it from that weekly time frame again, you are going to see that it broke out of that range with a wick. However, on the daily time frame, it's a full body. This is it on the daily time frame. This is the range. We all can see the range here. This is the range. So let me use this. So you can see the range, how price broke out of this range. You can see it clears it with a body. This is the body that broke out of it. You can see it now. And the following day candle closed above it. So we even have the third day candle again closing above it, even though it's coming down. But today we have price trading inside of it. So we are expecting that if price trades all the way into this shoulder, then we may see the buy again return all the way to the upside. And this is a bought failure on the daily time frame, which price is coming to test again. It's very, very powerful. Now let's quickly check what's going on the 1-hour time frame. For the 1-hour time frame, all we've seen is just price range a bit here and broke the downside and came back, tap into this order block, and we have fair value that there. So this is more like a boss strategy, but it's not really clear very, very well. You can see, yes, price traded above this level with the body, but it's not violently to the upside. But we saw how it broke it goes to the downside and price came back to the order block correlating with the shoulder for a sell yesterday or through to the downside. So what we are expecting now is a price could come all the way into this zone, particularly somewhere here, as you can all see. Particularly, you can see price traded. Okay, this shoulder has been tested. You can see this is the shoulder, this is sweep, this is a break, and price came back into it, then resume this long buy. So what we are looking out for is price may come back again and tap into this zone again, knowing fully well that this is a boss failure. This zone is where the boss failed. If you see a buy signature there, we can easily follow it all the way to the upside. All right, so let's go to our lower time frame, 15 minutes, to see if there's any entry for us right now that we want to take. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we've not seen any entry. Everything is just all the way to the downside. However, if you were on the chart yesterday, you may have seen this yesterday. So this looks more like an entry. This is the board, and when price gets to the other block, we saw the reaction and it keeps selling all the way to the downside. So that is one thing there about what is going on. Now let's quickly look at the yen basket. What's going on in Japan for the yen basket? Now the yen basket simply played out our analysis as we've been expecting that this week should be a bullish week for the yen. And since we already have what has played out, we can see how the yen created its low. We said this last week, Friday, on Monday rather, that the way the yen picked up this week is giving more of a buy momentum, because initially, if we want to pick that way, it builds liquidity and go a little bit and come back to play it. But this time around, it came forcefully down and up. So we are still expecting from this region right now, as you can see the diagram there, from this region, we expect the yen basket to pull back a bit. First, it is going to get to this shoulder, then resume its bullish move, or you can see the order block here. You can see price just tap into this order block that we are seeing here, and it's going to resume its momentum back up. But if this order block fails to hold price, then it's coming back to the shoulder. So that is the scenario we are seeing for the yen basket. Now let's see this same thing on the correlated pair like GJ. As we all know that GJ tapped into our POI. If you look at it from the monthly POI that we run long ago, how it got there and it's reacting back, and you can see that where you can see the doji right now coming back to the downside. So on the daily time frame for GJ, you can see how it already created a shoulder. However, this shoulder that it created here, you can see the possible break to the downside. If the yen basket is going to pull back to that shoulder we saw, then we expect GJ to also rally all the way into this zone and we resume the full momentum to the downside. In a nutshell, this is what we're expecting for GJ, a bit of a ride to this zone, then we follow it to the downside. Coming to clear where first, this liquidity level here and here. So all the way to this place. So, but we may see price reaction here because I'm seeing something like a false strategy around this zone here, this particular level. So when price gets here, it may pass back to the upside. Look at this, there's more shoulder, a sweep, and possible break. So we expect price to come all the way, clear liquidity around this level here, clear liquidity around this level here, and we can follow it all the way to the upside. This price will just clear liquidity here, then tap into this level and resume up, then come back again. But we know fully well that that reaction from the monthly time frame is going to take a long while to the downside. So that is for the GBP JPY. Now let's look at it on 1 hour if there's any entry for us right now. Now on 1 hour, we've not really seen clear entry. However, we may see price come and clear liquidity here and resume its move back to the upside because this, although it looks more like a shoulder here, as we can see this particular zone here. Now this is it. This is more of the shoulder within the sweep and the break to the upside, but it's not with full momentum. So we can see price come and clear liquidity around this level. If price clears liquidity around this level, and we will see our buy signature and now follow it all the way to the upside. So this is what we're expecting on the 1 hour time frame, knowing fully well that we are still going to that level we marked earlier. So price may still come a bit here, clear liquidity here, and resume its move to the upside because we know where the yen basket is still heading to. All right, so that is our move for the JPY. Now, if we check it on the 15-minute time frame, do we have any entry on the 15-minute time frame? What we have on the 15-minute time frame is looking more of a sell entry right now. You can see this. Look at this right now. This is the shoulder. This is sweep. We've seen the possible break to the downside. So if price comes all the way back here again, then we can. This is even a very long one. You can see how there is a very big push there. All right. So all we are looking out for is price to come all the way. This is fair value gap coinciding with the other one here that's an IFD. So we will see the move here. We are going to enter with our stop loss here. So that's about 28 pips SL, and all we are targeting is this liquidity level that we've seen on the 1 hour time frame. I want price to come and clear. So that is about 1 is to 4.5. So for price to just clear that liquidity, that's all we may be looking out for today. I know you fully well that today is a Friday, so you may be waiting. Just allow price to tap into this RFPD, correlating with the shoulder, and begin to sell down with a 28 pips SF for you to catch 129 pips. All right, so that is for GJ. Now let's quickly take a look at the AUD JPY. What exactly is going on that side too? If we look at AUD JPY too, AUD JPY now forms also a shoulder too. As you can see, this is it here. And I'm seeing something very, very interesting in AUD JPY right now. You can see that price may want to, why you wants to play trick on you. get, but no panic. All right, that's by the way. All right, see, look at this. We have this shoulder here. As we have them here, we've seen the portal break, and we are expecting price correlating with the shoulder. We have the RFPD there, but there's something above here. We can see what is going on here. This is and also a fair value gap here with an order block somewhere around that place. So if you put execute somewhere around this place, good. However, you may just put one position here and load it around this zone, knowing fully well that price still has a high tendency of going a bit into that level. So you can put it here and your SL is just 20 pips just at this top here. Or if you were at the type that is very, very conservative, you may want to enter somewhere around this place, then your SL would be around 12 pips instead of 20 pips. However, anyone you pick is left to you, and your target will be all the way to this low. Let price clears this low that we have here. So that's about 55 pips. That's about 1:2, 1:3. Or if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, you may want to see what is going on. Good. 1 hour time frame. This is the shoulder here. I just see this on the 1 hour time frame. So you want to follow it all the way into this shoulder and this IFPD inside there, and that will give you your 1:3. All right, so that is for the AUDJPY. Let me, if there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. I'll be picking our questions one after the other. Okay, someone said, "Sir, can we enter a sell if we see a pullback in 5 minutes or 15 minutes for gold?" Okay, we'll look at that. Why are we not considering the price level by the left as the shoulder on AJ 15 minutes? I was thinking it's the highest level before the sweep. All right, let's quickly look at what you said now. Okay, I know you are talking about this, right? Now, if you are talking about this, then we will expect price to break this low. Because if you are talking about this particular high, the low of it that forms this high is this particular level here, of which we've not seen a clear break of it. So we expect price to break this low. And if price is breaking this low, then it may not come back here again. So that's why I'm choosing this, because this is the last high, this is the last low that produces the sweep. So this is the sweep and this is the shoulder. So that is why we pick that level. I believe I've been able to answer your question. Yeah, Kumbi said, can we enter a sell if you see pullback on 15 minutes for SAUUSD? Let's quickly take a look at that. Now, Kumbi, my question now would be pullback to where? Because I'm not seeing my entry signature. But if you have your own entry signature, what you see before you execute your trade, if it shows up, why not? But from this level here, I am not seeing any entry signature for me at all. Gold just did this abnormal thing for the past 2 days now. All the way is on steroid, some drops. Okay, using Fibonacci. All right. Yes, if you use your fib, what will be the level you want to, what swing? You mean from this high to this low? If you are doing that, then let's look at it. You are using your Fibonacci, doing for that all the way. Then I would advise you use, okay, 50% fib level is the high of the day when price clears the high of the day. Okay. But at the same time, 61% fib level. Well, if you are going to use your Fibonacci, make sure you have some other confluences that you also look out for. Let it just not be your Fibonacci level, because this guy is a beast, so he can misbehave at any time. And make sure you don't risk more than you can do. Don't over leverage on gold. It can make you panic. All right. So that is for the precious metal and the yen here this morning. If there's any other question, please let me know in the chat box before we call it today. All right. Thank you for it. Thank you. So that is that. Remember that our training is coming up in the city of Abuja on the 24th to 26th of this month, the ATM cash flow training. And like we said, we have $5,000 account giveaway that will be given to our students who register between now and tomorrow. The registration also closed today, but we are making it still open till tomorrow, Monday morning latest. Monday morning latest. So make sure you register, be part of it. Peradventure you are not in the city of Abuja and you would love to join the training, all you need to do is just reach out on WhatsApp and we are going to follow you up. You can definitely join. Oh, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you hear
Good
me?
morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Technology happened to me this morning. I would have loved to be here earlier. As you can see, I'm using my another device. So, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to quickly ask if we saw the way price played out yesterday based on our analysis of USD JPY. Was a review done of that? Did we do a review of that?
That's it, sir.
I'm having limited access because of the device I'm using. I'm not too used to it. So how many of us saw the review of, how many of us reviewed what happened on, okay, let's screen grab that. Yes, I got 150. 150 from, okay, yes, USDJPY bought. It's not just that it bought, did it follow the path we talked about? Remember somebody said, okay, cut 70 pips buy on USDJPY. Great, great. All right, beautiful. And I need us to understand something that, yes, exactly. That's it right there. Please zoom in. Look at the places price went to. Remember what we marked out yesterday as our first take profit? We said when price clears that diagonal liquidity after the, you can zoom in a bit, maybe it's the device I'm, okay, yes, fantastic. We showed the shoulder, then we showed the sweep, the upside down shoulder, then the sweep of liquidity to the downside, which also gave a perfect IFVG, a perfect inverted fair value gap. And after that, we now saw there was no break of structure. There was no break of structure, but we saw price form the inverted fair value gap, and then price now came back to 50% of that inverted fair value gap, and then made its way upwards. And then we said our take profit will be at the tip of that diagonal liquidity, the diagonal trend line that terminates in that fair value gap. That's our first take profit. First take profit. That was 15670 levels or so, right? And then we now said the next take profit, you can see, the next take profit was where? The next take profit was 50% of that fair value gap. That second, yes, that fair value gap, the next take profit was 50%. I'm going to switch my devices soon, please, just in case you hear an echo. I'll immediately, okay, fantastic. So I'm leaving now. Hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you see me? My device is finally working. All right, so good morning, everyone. This is a lot easier for me. All right, so you see the second take profit was the 50% of that fair value gap. And then the last take profit is at the very high of that fair value gap. So this easily printed not less than 100 to 150 pips. Why am I saying this? There are days when this market is very clear. And there are days when this market is not clear, you will not understand what you are doing. It does not mean your strategy is not working. 50% of the time, the market is 100% predictable. Half of the time, the market can be predicted exactly. And another half of the time, you will not understand what's going on in the market. Have there not been days when I'll be talking and it will be like, even me, I don't really know what's going on. We'll just be speaking in parables. If you see, maybe. Then there'll be other times you see that confidence that you'll be like, this is exactly what's going to happen. Let me tell you, that's how this market is, at least for most traders. The days when you are very certain, you trade with confidence. The days when you can't really figure out what the market is doing, ideally, you should not trade. This is the problem. Bills don't stop. Bills come every day, every hour, every minute. But setups don't come every day, every hour, every minute. It's just that the market is open every time. You have to train yourself. Like now, after what happened yesterday, that is very clear. You can't expect today to be so clear. But there's somebody that missed yesterday's move for whatever reason. And he's seeing people say, I made 200, I made 150, I made 70. The person is going to come and trade today. It's today that the person, today being Friday, that the person is ready to trade, to make what the market did yesterday. Please, if you are that person, respect yourself. The market moved seriously yesterday. You may not see anything today. It has gone. It has gone. It has left you. We wait for another time when there is a clear-cut setup. Right now, price is in the middle of nowhere. Please do a Fibonacci of that 1 hour swing. 50% equilibrium. All the way to that top. The very top. Thank you. Where is the market right now? Someone say it's at 61.8. That's true. People don't lie with all the analysis of yesterday. Okay, are you talking of today? So that 61, that's where the market is now. But if you notice, of all the 5 things we used to use for our entries, remember we used to use box pattern? Then apart from box pattern, we use IFVG. Then we also use flip zone, break of structure and retest. Then we use box failure, right? And then, of course, I'm talking of myself. We know everybody has how they trade and what they trade. So based on this, the only thing I'm seeing here now is break and retest. Flip zone, where previous support, look at the previous support right there. What happened? Previous support got broken. And what has happened now? It has gone back to retest, where previous support is now looking like what? Resistance. Now, what other concept am I seeing? All right, I'm seeing fair value gap to the left. Then I'm seeing shoulder. Then I'm seeing sweep. Zoom in, zoom in. Your most recent, exactly. That's a shoulder there. That's a sweep to the upside. And then that's come back down, but I'm not seeing any fair value gap breaking to the downside. If I see a fair value gap breaking to the downside, then I can say, okay, I've seen flip zone, which is one of the concepts, is the least reliable, but it's a concept. I've seen fair value gap to the left. So we want to see if we see an IFVG, a fair value gap going up, we want to sell. So we want to identify a fair value gap that went up and then find a fair value gap that is going back down, that closes below it. Then you have your shoulder and sweep, a retest, and then price coming down. But it really moved yesterday. It may not move today. So I just said this because yesterday was a fantastic trading day. Very clear-cut sentiment, very clear-cut rules. Even gold eventually came back down. Those days don't happen every day. They happen like twice a week, if you are lucky. All right? So I hope this has been helpful to everyone. Some of you who were afraid yesterday and you refused to enter the trades because you have collected, That's purely a psychology thing. It has nothing to do with the market. The market doesn't know you have collected. So for that one, it's not analysis that can help you. Let me tell you what can help you for that one. For that one, what can help you is back testing. You sit down with your charts on TradingView or Go Charting. You go all the way back and you just back test. You back test for this month, last month, month before. That's what gives you confidence that, okay, this strategy has an edge. Box pattern has an edge. By box pattern, you mean shoulder, sweep, break of structure to the downside with fair value gap, inducement, price returning to that inducement, grabbing it and coming down. Once you do that, or is it IFVG? If you miss your shoulder pattern, is there an IFVG you can follow? And all of that. That's what will give you that confidence in that edge. Then the second thing that helps your psychology is the source of your capital. If your capital, and this is an oxymoron because money is very hard to come by in this country, but if you are trading what you cannot afford to lose, your psychology will be messed up. Your psychology will be messed up. That's the honest truth. There's no strategy we will teach you. Somebody who is coming with money that he can afford to lose will be making money. You just be making crumbs. $1, $2, $3. Not because and the other person will be making $20, $30, $200, $300. And you maybe have the same capital. The problem is that money is not money you can afford to lose. What's the solution to that? This is the solution. Number one, save a certain amount. Get a cent account. That's rhyming. Certain amount, cent account. Anyway, you get the money and then you now close your eyes that this money is for trading. If it goes, it has gone. If you are afraid it will go, divide the money into half. Blow half on something you can have something to show. Then the remaining half, you put it in cent account and then you trade it, right? You trade it. That's the second thing that can help you with your psychology. The third thing that can help you with your psychology if you're afraid of trading is you find someone who is interested in trading that has not yet been scarred, traumatized, if I can use the word raped by the market, whose psychology is still intact. Then you call the person that you will teach the person for free or for a little fee. Then you will now be giving the person those setups. The person will not know you are scared, that your psychology is messed up. The person will be having faith in you. The person will now be saying, oh my God, you are the best. This is so sweet. What will now happen is you will now be tapping current and confidence from that person's confidence. Take it from me. We have been there. We have seen things in this market. Is when we started training that we saw people now making money with what we taught them. We now knew that, the problem is not the market or the strategy. The problem is our psychology. That person's confidence will now gradually rub off on you. I'm telling you how you repair your psychology. Then there is a way that repairs psychology: withdrawing and spending profit. Spending profit, it does something to your psychology. Because anytime you remember that withdrawal, you will know that, no, this thing is working. Then accountability and interaction. Sometimes you need to live where you are and physically. Yes, you have to get another source of income outside trading, but you will still take from that income and put in the market. And anytime you put in the market, you will still have that fear that, hey, what will happen to this, my other source of income that I saved to fund my account? You now interact with other traders. Reach out to other traders and say, let's hang out, let's hang out, let's hang out. And you learn from them. Of course, the last thing is to get a robot, but a robot too is not you. Your psychology will still be shaky as the robot is doing what he is doing. You may even see yourself panicking. You are not the one trading, no, but when the robot is trading, you still be going through the emotional challenge. So these are the things I have seen. If you didn't make money yesterday, you fall into this category. Then the last thing is maybe some of you will need to take a break from the market, a month, 2 months, if the psychology is really bad. So you will refresh your mind. You will refresh your mind. You uninstall MetaTrader 4 for like 2 months. You go and do other things with your life. Although this is easier said than done, because you will see on our WhatsApp status, Value Flow Trading. Did you join us for today's market color? Like now, all these people that say they made $150 will screen grab it. You see it. You now be like, Kai. You just come back inside. But at the end of the day, you are the one that will decide whether you are a trader or not. All right? Yes, please put the link to open an account. You are the one that will decide. The other day, someone that I knew many years ago, he came out and he was telling me that you are not a nice person. That time that you started this Forex thing, I asked you, should I do it? Should I not do it? You couldn't convince me that I should do it. Now I'm seeing how it is working for you. It has changed your life. I said, I don't understand. Let me try and understand you. Me, I should convince you to enter something that can mess up your psychology. I can't do that. You are the one that will convince yourself. And when you've convinced yourself, I can now share resources with you. But nobody can convince you to trade Forex. Nobody convince you. If you are not convinced that I am a trader, this is what I want to do, then it's not for you. So I hope this has helped with the psychology. All right. I just showed you a clear setup today. You can see USD JPY has done the retest. We're now looking for a fair value gap. Please ask your question, Copacabana. We're looking for a fair value gap and an IFVG to the downside. Then we can take our sell if we see good risk to reward ratio. After Copper's question, I'll hand it over to you, Lekon, and then now that'll be all. As a trader, when is it appropriate to quit 9 to 5 to go full-time trader? My brother. This question depends on your demographics. Number one, what is your annual income from your salary? What have you currently built your life around? So let's say your salary is maybe 100,000 a month. That means every year you make 1.2 million in salary without stress, without looking for setup. I don't mean stress of work. I mean without just come to work and do your work. If they don't sack you, they must pay you. So 1.2 million. Until you have made 2.4 million. Until you have made 2.4 million times 2 from trading, please don't quit your job. So as the USD bullish reversal confirmed, or we wait till interest rate news. Watch price pattern, watch market structure on the 4-hour and on the daily to know if the reversal has been confirmed. All right? To know if the reversal has been confirmed. Interest rate news will just be a confirmation. But price action is what we tell you. Just keep watching the change of character, the levels that if they get broken, you are sure price has reversed, and do it across board. All right? Okay. Then wait to see if the relationships between gold, dollar, euro, dollar, all of that, if they are now fully in place, especially gold versus dollar, then you will know. All right. So if you have not done this 9 to 5, where you know how much you earn and you have done times 2 of it, please don't leave your job. I'm saying this because I did it. It was one of the worst moments in my life. I survived it too, and I'm grateful for what it did to my character. But it will stretch you. It will stretch you. Another thing is when you want to go full-time as a trader, please, as much as is possible, make sure you are directly mentored by someone who is full-time. It's not just the psychology of not trading, it's not just the psychology of trading. When you work every day, you get up, you go somewhere. As a trader, it's very different. See me now, I've not showered this morning. Those things can affect you, and it can even affect your loved ones. Imagine that you are watching the charts every day for a week and you don't see a good setup. and you are married, and you have a wife that has been used to you going out every day, psychologically, you start saying you are lazy. How do you explain to her you are not lazy? That is the market that didn't come with setups. So even the effect it will have on your family, if you have a way of even getting up and going somewhere to do the trading, that's great. But until you make ×2 of your salary, don't. So meaning if you start trading in the first 4 months, 5 months, if you make 2.4 million, then you can now go and resign, because now that 2.4 million, you can share it to 200K every month. That's what you'll be withdrawing. You move the money to your bank account. That's what you'll be taking out small by small every month, 200K, every month, 200K. And when you become a full-time trader, still live on a salary. I can't emphasize this too much. Even if you made 1 million that month, what you will spend that month is 200,000. You will keep the remaining 800,000 for the next 4 months to be collecting 200, 200, 200, 200K. If you say you made 1 million this month and you spend that whole 1 million, and you're not doing anything like selling courses or YouTube, or you will not like the outcome. All right. So please, this is the wisdom for that. How do we deal with people that think we get big money, then come with billing? How will someone think you have big money? It's you now. You showed yourself. Can I know what you are earning? Am I seeing your chart? I'm not seeing your chart. Can I know when you make withdrawal? I'm not seeing it. It's you that made withdrawal. Maybe you made some dollars, you now have to snap it and put it on your WhatsApp. Or you went to look, you snap photo of yourself by the poolside with wine, and you now say, Forex is the way. See, if you want to survive in this current economy, if you're making money from Forex, and you're not a trainer, like you don't need to show anybody, please resist the urge to flex online. If there's anything that I've learned over the years, resist the urge. Not just in Forex, in any business. Once you become somebody that they know you for flexing online, meaning chop life, new car, or travel, hotel, if anything happens to your trading or your business, we will know immediately. Before you used to wear designer, now you're wearing Ankara. We will know that magic call has happened. So the purpose of trading is to pay your bills and invest for your future. Resist the urge to, but if you are a trainer, or you are selling courses, or you are selling indicators, or you are selling bots, resist, you can be doing this once in a while. But I've seen something that will be an issue for many people. That's how you notice some people won't flex for a while until they hit a particular account balance. Someone like Kene now. Kene has been making money for a long time, but he said it that until he hits a particular amount, he will not be flexing. And it looks like he has hit that amount in recent times, and he's flexing because he has seen that no matter what happens, this balance, this percentage every month is possible. But you just did $1,000, you now go straight. Then the billing is too much. Well, put every other person on a fixed amount. Now we are discussing wealth management. The same way if you are withdrawing and you're on a salary of 200,000, no matter what you withdrew that month, you will budget this 200,000. Your benevolence too will be budgeted. You will now say, for this 200,000, I'm giving my family or all the Bill Gates around me, the billionaires, I'm giving them 50K. When you reach that 50K, you will not give more than that 50K. Even for tithe, God pegged what he will collect from you at 10%. If God, the owner of your bread, said he will only collect 10%, who is the other person that has the right to insist that you give them more than a particular percentage? Who are you? God say he wants only 10%. He doesn't want more than 10%. Then somebody will come and say, oh, there's this thing I'm working on. I need 40%. Except you are God that gave me bread, or God tells me to give you. I'm not giving you that money. Budgeting is a principle of finance. So except there's a medical emergency that we didn't see coming, injury or disease, but, oh, my rent, oh, my this, oh, my that, forget it. Train the people around you to be disciplined financially. No matter how much you're earning, if you're not financially disciplined, you will not see what you do with that money. You will not be able to say, this is what I did with that money. All right? If billing is too much, let them write a list. Whoever is billing you should get a job. If they can't get a job, they should start a business, or they should start POS. Then gradually, if they are faithful, you can be increasing the investment in their POS business or in their whatever they are selling. Trading does not exempt you from the regular laws of business and enterprise and common sense. It just makes it easier, but it doesn't exempt you. You must still budget, you must still plan, you must still live within your means, you must still save for a rainy day, you must still invest in other asset classes. You must still invest, all right? So this is all I will say. The billing is too much. Some of you, the reason why they bill you is you made shakara when you were trying to learn trading and they were talking down on you and saying, this your trading, will it ever work? You now want to show them that the trading is working, and they are going to chop your money. Save for the rainy day. Any extra money you see, save. Save, save, save. Don't adjust your lifestyle until you have done at least 3 times of your net worth. 3 times of your net worth, your current net worth. Until you have tripled that income, don't adjust your lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy. Enjoy. This life is short. But don't enjoy consistently. You start eating out. I'm a trader. You start eating out, eating out. Before you used to cook. Now, every day, you eat out. That's not wisdom. And it's not that you eat out in regular places. You go to all these expensive restaurants on a daily basis. It's not wisdom. It's not wisdom. All right? So any other question for me? All right. Lastly, let me say one thing. Instead of using your money to impress those that you have left behind, those that you have left in the trenches, use your money to build relationships with those who have been rich before you. Oh, you started making 500,000 every month. After taking care of family and friends, use that 500,000 to build relationships with people who have been making 5 million in other areas, in other businesses. Build relationships with those people. The only time you lose money is when you come out of the trenches, and instead of facing your front and seeing those who have been rich before you, you start looking at those that you are richer than. You will fail. You use money to buy relationships so that if anything ever happens to you, God forbid, you have relationships with people who are richer than you that can bring you back. I didn't say you use your money to collect fund management from people richer than you. No. You use your money to buy relationships with those who are richer than you. You become a millionaire, make friends with multi-millionaires, and not making friends with them so they will give you $5,000, $10,000 to trade. No, you are making friends with them because you want to have rich friends. You don't just want to have friends. You want to have rich friends that can help you if anything ever happens to your... I have friends today that I will never trade for them. Never. I value my relationship with them more than trading. These are friends that can fund in hundreds of millions. I will never trade for them. It's just friendship. God forbid nothing will ever happen to my finances. But if anything ever happens to my finances and I say, oh, I will need capital, then they will give me. But they are not my friends because of trading. They are my friends because I want to understand how business is done at their level. All right? Over to you, Lekon. We have overshot our target, our take profit for today.
Thank you very much, sir.
Pastor John. Good morning, sir. All right, then. Over to you, Lekon.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. As we all know, by 3 p.m., we convert again so that we can see the outlook for the New York session. All right. And today being Friday, make sure you trade cautiously because liquidity will be drying up in the market as today is the last day for the week. So to meet again by 3 p.m., make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Cheers and God bless.
to learn a skill, city of Abuja, and you want to learn a skill that can help you earn as you learn, then listen up. Now, it's a common saying that it takes an average of 3 years to learn a skill and become profitable at it. How about I share a secret with you that can help you shorten that journey and help you make consistent weekly cash flow, meaning you get to earn while you learn. Allow me to introduce you to the ATM cash flow training. This is the only trading course that can take a total beginner trader up to an intermediate level and up to an advanced trader, taking you from basically zero to hero. This training will be starting from the 24th of July to the 26th of July live in the city of Abuja, and we're going to have our CEO with us, Ejimi, the profitable investor. It doesn't end there. Even after the training, there's going to be weekly follow-up classes with you and facilitators of the EFT Academy to ensure your profitability. Tell me, how much better does it get? If this is something you're interested in, send us a DM and we'll get you started. If you're in the city of Abuja and you want to learn a skill that can help you earn as you learn, then listen up. Now, it's a common saying that it takes an average of 3 years to learn a skill and become profitable at it. How about I share a secret with you that can help you shorten that journey and help you make consistent weekly cash flow, meaning you get to earn while you learn. Allow me to introduce you to the ATM cash flow training. This is the only trading course that can take a total beginner trader up to an intermediate level and up to an advanced trader, taking you from basically zero to hero. This training will be starting from the 24th of July to the 26th of July live in the city of Abuja, and we're going to have our CEO with us, Ejimi, the profitable investor. It doesn't end there. Even after the training, there's going to be weekly follow-up classes with you and facilitators of the EFT Academy to ensure your profitability. Tell me, how much better does it get? If this is something you're interested in, send us a DM and we'll get you started. If you're in the city of Abuja and you